Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and with the Washington Commanders' second pick in the 5th round, the Commanders select Cole Turner, tight end out of Nevada. So we're going to talk about the pick and also talk about what the final trade down scenario looks like for the Washington Commanders, trading down from 11 to 16, what the final package of players looked like. So we'll talk about that and much more. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content on the road to 7,500 subscribers. We're close. Please help me get there. Now, let's get right into the video. So I think this is a really solid pick for the Washington Commanders. They needed some more tight end depth because, who knows when Logan Thomas is coming back. I think he tore his ACL in November-ish, so he could be back for the start of the regular season, but, he's a little bit older. It might take some more time for that ACL to heal, so if he's not back for the start of the season, they need some other options where, they have John Bates, who I love, but they also, needed to add someone else. So Cole Turner is that guy. They also have Sammis Reyes, but he's, again, more of a developmental guy. So I think this is a really solid pick for them, and they still might need to go get a veteran, but I just think at this point, you already have Logan Thomas, Cole Turner, and John Bates. You're probably not, and Sammis Reyes. You're probably not going to get a veteran. This is what the tight end room very likely is going to look like. So I think this is a very, very solid pick. So first, let's look at the stats for Cole Turner, which are pretty good. For a tight end to have these kind of stats, it's pretty impressive. Again, not a very impressive conference, but still, in 2020, played in 9 games, had 49 catches for 605 yards and 9 touchdowns. And then in 2021, played in 11 games, 677 yards, 11 yards a catch, 10 touchdowns. So he has very good production. I mean, you look at a lot of the other top tight ends besides like Trey McBride and a couple other guys, they don't have that great production. Like you look at Jeremy Rucker, yes, he's playing in a great offense with Garrett Wilson, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Chris Olave, but he only had like 300 yards or maybe even like 200 yards. So, Cole Turner is a beast. He's a possession kind of tight end. He really, I didn't watch film on him. I watched like a few minutes of highlights, but almost every single highlight I saw was him getting like a possession catch and either getting out of bounds right away or, he just doesn't offer that much after the catch, but that's not what we're necessarily looking for in a tight end, especially with someone like Carson Wentz, who really loves to throw to, bigger receivers and tight ends. And Cole Turner is that. He is 6'6", 246 pounds. You look at the hair there. He is a big guy for sure. 4.76 40-yard dash. That is not bad at all for a tight end. That is pretty good. 17 bench press reps. Not great, but not bad at all because he was a former receiver. And then 27-inch vertical jump. So he's kind of a hybrid between a receiver and a tight end because, of course, he did play receiver before. A lot of people comp him to, tight end Mike Gesicki. So here's kind of the overview. They said he was projected in the 7th. I saw a lot of people have him in the 4th, 5th, 6th round range. So I don't really agree with that right there. But, I want to show you guys something else too. Also, Cole Turner, this is from Ben Static, a 6'7" natural pass catcher, is a selection designed to help Carson Wentz, who loves throwing to tight ends and big targets. And Wentz has by far the most pass attempts to tight ends once he entered the league in 2016. Only Lamar Jackson has targeted tight ends at a higher rate than Wentz over the span. Logan Thomas is recovering from an ACL tear, of course. So, I think this is a good pick. A big pass catcher that, is going to be a little bit of a security blanket for Carson Wentz. This guy's hands are amazing. I mean, every single pass thrown to him, like, of course, they were highlights, so they're not going to show drop passes, but, like, there was some really tough catches that he had to make, with like 2 or 3 guys hitting him right when the ball came, and he still made them. I mean, he caught everything thrown his way, and he might have one of the best hands in this class. So I'll read this right here. The body type and jump ball talent might be reminiscent of the NFL's Mike Gesicki, but Turner isn't on his level at this point. He's a pass-catching tight end who needs to hit the weights and add necessarily functional strength to play through contact. He has talent, but is inconsistent finishing difficult catches and needs to prove he can become a legitimate every down catch threat against NFL defenders and not just a height mismatch in the red zone. Turner's a day 3 prospect with limited blocking and special teams value, so will need continued growth as a pass-catching weapon to earn an extended NFL stay. So he's not a great blocker. I heard that from, a few different people. I think Kime said that, a couple other people. But, he can, the other things, like he can put on weight. Like that is something he can do. Most guys coming from college do that anyway. So I think he can put 10, 15 pounds. He got measured in at 246. So he can probably get to 255 by the start of the season. No problem. And see where it goes from there. I do like this pick though. Let's see what other tweets I have here. So this is from John Kime. Tight end Cole Turner said he feels he can help immediately in the pass game and in the red zone. He switched from wide receiver to tight end a couple years ago. Also has a basketball background. Will need to improve as a blocker. So I like this pick for sure. And this is what the final kind of compensation looks like. So I'm going to ask you, would you rather have Chris Olave or Jahan Dotson, Brian Robinson, Sam Howell, and Cole Turner? For me, it's obvious. I rather have the second pairing. I never was a huge fan of, Chris Olave. If you tell me, though, it's Kyle Hamilton over these guys, then it's a little bit of a debate. But for me, I think that, Jahan Dotson, the gap between him and Chris Olave, if there is a gap, it's not that big. And, you add Brian Robinson, Sam Howell, and Cole Turner to that mix, I think it puts it over the top. I 100% would rather have Jahan Dotson over Chris Olave if you add in especially Brian Robinson, Sam Howell, and Cole Turner. So, day 3 is looking pretty solid. Percy Butler, don't know too much about him. I think he has some high upside. He definitely has some high upside. Could be playing for us at some point, starting for us in the next couple years. But these other guys, Brian Robinson was the day 2 pick. But Sam Howell, great value pick in the 5th round. I think Sam Howell has the potential to be a back. He's going to be very likely a backup, but he has high upside to be a good backup and maybe even a low-tier starter, and that is very, very valuable in the 5th round. And then you add in Cole Turner, a security blanket for Carson Wentz that's probably can be a pass-catching threat right away just because of his height. And you can't teach height. 6'7", 6'6", 250 pounds, pretty quick. And he had production in college, and that's what you want. That's what Ron Rivera even said yesterday. They look for guys who had production, not just 1 year, but multiple years. So that's what you're getting in, Cole Turner. I like this pick. Again, it's hard to grade, but I think it's a very, very solid pick. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. We got a few more picks left, so I'll give you guys an update on that. Peace.